All right, here we are, the final video of this recording session. Actually, maybe not the final one. I might have a package coming today. I know I said I wouldn't buy anything else, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, second time flipping the Vault this recording session. The Vault has a hardware issue, and a lot of people are saying it. Now, this is not going to be me. Um, this is not going to be me just ripping on the Vault. I still love it. In the everything I learned about the Vulp in a week video, all of that still stands, but I don't feel like I made enough of a point to show what the hardware was like, so I'm going to do that now in sort of this amendment? I'm going to say amendment. There is a word. Whatever. Welcome to English with camaroEE. Anyway, yeah, the Vulp has a huge hardware issue. I did mention it was tough to take apart. I've taken mine apart, and now that I have sandpaper, I plan on properly tuning it. But, I didn't really have too much of a problem. It took me about as much time to take this apart as it took me to take my Nemesis apart and maintenance it. So I wasn't too worried about it. But since making that other video, I have seen a ton of people complaining about, rightfully so, I say complaining as if it's a bad thing, rightfully so, bringing up the really bad hardware, and I've seen Zen pins breaking. So the quality control on the Vulp has not been the best, and it's $60, what can you expect, only really goes so far. It's kind of like the Mako situation all over again. It's like, oh yeah, it's a cheap trainer. Yeah, but it's literally breaking in half and becoming unusable. I do believe that Nabalis has a good warranty service. I don't know that for sure, so please do not quote me on that. But the hardware definitely needs to be addressed and might be getting... I've heard rumblings of them addressing it, perhaps. I don't know for certain. I don't really have any insider info that you guys don't, so we'll see about that. I think Brandon mentioned in one of the comments that they were going to change something about it, which might be where I heard that. But yeah, I really realized how bad it was when I took a look at my pivots, and you guys are not going to be able to see it, but the bite handle pivot is, well, let's just say might not come out. And I didn't realize that. I took this thing apart on a Instagram live stream just to see if I could do it, maybe like a week and a half ago, and got it back together, no problem. It didn't feel like it was stripping or anything. So I just kind of left it. It was like, it seemed fine, so. And then I had this out at a get-together I was with my family the other day, and I was just looking at it, and I noticed, oh my gosh, that pivot is almost a circle. Uh-oh. I don't know when that happened, because usually when you strip something, it's like you're cranking the screw, and then it slips, and suddenly you can't get grip on it. Whereas this, maybe it isn't fully stripped. Maybe it's like close to being stripped or something like that. I hope I can get the screw out. I'm going to do a stream later tonight. Obviously, it's going to happen way before you guys watch this. But for me right now, tonight, I'm going to do a stream maintaining the Vulp and tuning it, because I think that would be a really fun thing to document. But the Vulp does have a hardware problem. I did want to bring it up, something to be aware of. It is also good to know that they have extra hardware in the box. So it's not like if you strip one screw, you're out of luck, you can't flip your Vulp for a few weeks. They do have extra screws in the box. Theoretically, you could strip the same screw twice and just put in the other two replacements. But just making this video as a heads up, just be careful if you take this thing apart. I recommend not taking it apart, honestly. If you can deal with the tap, which for $60, I could really care less about the tap, to be honest. Unless you had the Brandon edition inked blade, I could really care less about tap or blade rub on a $60 trainer. I know it might sound crazy considering my Nautilus video, but the Nautilus was $260. We're talking about a 3x plus 4x price increase. So I can deal with tap on this. I would recommend I'd recommend just not taking it apart, honestly. Because you could, unless you have your extra hardware. If you have your extra hardware, go wild. You can strip a few screws and you'll be fine. But if you're out of hardware and you've already used your replacements, maybe order a backup set now, or just don't take it apart. Try and take apart the Vulp once to tune it. Well, I say take it apart once. Tune it, which requires taking it apart and putting it back together a lot of times. I understand that. But do that once and then get it to a place where it's perfect and then Loctite the crap out of it and never touch it again. That's what I'm going to do with this. Assuming the screws can make it through. I have 2 replacements. I'm hoping all my extra hardware will make it through disassembly and reassembly probably 10 times to tune the thing. I'm going to get it to a point of hopefully no tap. I don't care about play on this thing. And then I'm going to Loctite the crap out of it and never touch it again. So yeah, just a quick little add-on to the Vulp video. Be careful with the hardware. Be careful with the Zen pins. Be careful with beating it a lot. The Zen pin thing I don't know much about. I think I've seen 2 pictures now of broken Zen pins. So I don't know what caused it. I don't know if they beat them like excessively, like they were throwing it into the sky and just letting it drop, which most ballast songs would probably break under those conditions, to be honest. Although maybe not. There are a lot of makers out there who care a lot about their craft, so. But yeah, I think that is going to be pretty much it for this video. The Vulp is a cheap trainer. And while that doesn't shield it from all criticisms, it should soften the blow a little bit. At the end of the day, this thing is half the price of any other good metal trainer. So, how much can you really expect, to be honest? Anyway, I'm going to go try and work out what I'm doing with this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.